Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. This is a portion of the Bible which is applicable to a person who weathered through challenges of life and concluded in a glorious way. Elere of Elere Kingdom, Oba Titus Taiwo Makanjuola, a personality of humble beginning, died as a man of noble reputation with a lot of outstanding testimonies to his credit.
So he was a man that was born to a Christian family as an orphan. He was a twin, so he's a Taiwo, and is by age now 83 years. His twin sister, to the glory of God, is still very much alive, hale and healthy. So both of them were born as an orphan because their mother died at birth. So from there, they were took over by the missionaries. So because until his last breath, he always referred to this white woman as their mother, that she was the one that brought him up. But after that, to the glory of God, he attended so many schools, and he was granted appointment at the Civil Service Commission. So he worked through the four crannies of this world. He has traveled far and near. So he was an administrator. He retired at Naseni as a course to come and serve his community. So he has served us diligently and peacefully. He is a man that was misunderstood for who he was, because he was a conservative man to the core. He doesn't take white for black, and he doesn't take black for red. So he always stood by whatever he see or what he saw. So this man, to the glory of God, he reigned for 24 years on the throne before he joined his ancestor. He made his tour of Elere in 3rd class, and he single-handedly fought to take it to 2nd class. But as the Asian community, all his struggles again to put these two to the other status, other traditional rulers in Kogi State, he was not able to meet up. So he died as a 2nd class traditional ruler. And he was able to restore the age-long traditional stools that have been deprived of their right. He makes sure he restored them back to their normal status. So as we are saying, Kabiyesi is a great man, and Elere has lost a great lion, because I believe there's nothing God cannot do, but to have somebody like him here will take us so much time to have him. He's a well-experienced man.
It was a two-in-one event, as the late traditional ruler and his wife, Olori Comfort Temitope Makanjuola, a retired nurse who died earlier in year 2014, were given a befitting ceremony to mark their departure from the earth. The ceremony held in Elere, headquarters of Yagba West local government area, kicked off with a memorial service characterized by spiritual songs and message on eternal life.
We prepare ourselves that there are something that we need to prepare for also. If you are prepared for some things in life, always be cognizant about yourself that as you are preparing, please carry along death. Ìjẹ́ mọ̀ wípé bó ti wù ká tóbi tó, bó ti wù ká lọ́lá tó, bó ti wù ká fẹ̀ tó, bó ti wù ká lókìkí tó, bó ti wù kó ga tó nínú ayé yìí. Ohun tí mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kó mọ̀ ni wípé ikú ò jìnnà sí ọ. Death is closer to you.
Speaker after speaker spoke on the outstanding qualities of the late royal father and his wife.
He was the one that showed us the way and gave us the torchlight. He was in front of us and we were following him. Oga was very, very religious. He was a very strong member of the fellowship, FCS then. And he was the one even preaching in the church for most of the time.
Adúgbò lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún ìgbé ayé tí bàbá wa ọba Dr. Títí Makanjuola ibú Elere tù dé Elere ọ̀fẹ́ ìgbé ayé tó gbé ó kó àwọn ènìyàn mọ́ra ó sì nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
Kábíyèsí will tell you that always make sure you prepare for the future. Kábíyèsí will tell you that if you want to be somebody, learn how to have reserve. Pé wọn ò kì í fi ọwọ́ mẹ́wẹ̀ẹ̀wá wọn ò kì í fi ń jẹun. And you must have reserve and you must learn how to give.
He was alone to take care of so many of his siblings. So many of us were left. So he was alone to take care of us. And once you say, you have my blood, that's the end. He can take you to anywhere as long as he knew that you are his blood.
The celebration continued the second day, 15 September 2023, with another special service at Evangelical Church Winning Hall, Ekwa, Odoere. More complimentary remarks came to the fore, where the congregants were admonished through a spiritual message titled, How Are the Mighty Falling?
Yes, looking at the life of Saul and Jonathan, at the announcement of their demise to King David was so sorrowful, so painful, because it's unexpected. So that is how he repeatedly, in the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 19, 25, and 27. That's how are the mighty falling. That means the mighties are still expected to live. They are still expected to partake in one thing or the other. They are still expected to lead the people, to show the people the way. They are still expected to be around, because when they are around, they create a lot of fear for people, and people succumb at their leadership. His demise is so shocking, so painful, so unexpected, because we are still believing that things will turn around for better for the king, but so unfortunate, he have to die like this.
He was a great man, and we miss him.
The man, highly principled, very, very principled. I've known him over the years, and I have no regrets for having known him. Although occasionally we have a few of, like it happens, you may have some tough, discussions on certain issues. But overall, I think it was very good, very good. We call ourselves Ore Titi, and he calls me Ore Kola. Very good fellow. My prayer is that the family will continue the very good job he has started.
A special prayer session and general thanksgiving were other prominent features during the service. Away from the church service was a reception which recorded a good turnout of indigenes and non-indigenes from across the country.
He's a very disciplinarian and committed citizen. He has worked in various civil servants and has worked in most of the ministries in there. And uncorrupted minds person and dedicated to God's works. He worshipped God a lot and try as much because our kingdom is divided into two. Proud to his throne, they do things more separately, but now he tried to galvanize and bring them together so that there is more cooperation within the kingdom than before.
Elere of Elere is a special breed. In fact, he's an enigma. He came ahead of his time. In fact, Elere community will miss him a lot because of his contributions. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
He's a role model to everyone. and is really good to us, carrying us along, do a lot of things for us, especially youth. He doesn't want us to be without doing something. He look after every one of us.
Born in 1942, Oba Titus Taiwo Makanjuola obtained a Bachelor of Arts degree in administration from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, in 1967. A civil service career which covered a period of 32 years cut across a number of federal ministries, including finance, agriculture, water resources and rural development, science and technology. He was also a commercial attaché to the Office of the Consulate General of Nigeria, New York, United States of America, USA. This work experiences put him in a good position to impact positively on the people and his community.
Oh, the late Kabiyesi has done very well when he was in service. He employed many of Elere people, and up to the time he became the Elere of Elere land, he has contributed so much, and that is why we are doing all this in his remembrance. And one of the quality of the Oba, Dr. Titi Makanjuola, is that Dr. Titi Makanjuola was a very firm man. He believed in rule of law, and also as an administrator, he wants things to be done the way it's supposed to be. And that is why some people feel that is somebody that cannot just be approached, which means he believes much in the rule of law. If you go there and you want something to be done, you want it to be done in such a way that the law, it will not go against the law of the land. He's a very kind man. He has been very kind to many people. According to some people, he employed them, he employed many people, and even sponsored many people in the school. So we are missing him greatly because it's a blessing to the community. The Olori was also a good woman. I'm not so close to her, but during her lifetime too, as a qualified nurse, he assisted many people too when he was in service. And up to the time that he was called to the glory too, she supported her husband. And one of the chieftaincy title in the community too, it was given, even before she became the Olori in the community.
The late royal father was a title holder of Bashoru of Ere before he became Elere of Ere Kingdom. Oba Titus Taiwo Makanjuola's reign, which lasted for 24 years according to stakeholders, brought a good number of developments to Ere Kingdom.
We are celebrating the exit of an icon. Kabiyesi Oba Dr. Titus Taiwo Makanjuola JP is a man that has given Ere community a credible, responsible, and purposeful leadership. Under his watch as Elere of Ere, there are a lot of development, there are a lot of impact in almost all aspects of human endeavor. As I'm talking to you, our public secondary schools in Ere community, he was the one responsible for the payment of security guard. And not only that, whenever there's any program in the community, this man will commit his ardent, God-given resources to fund some of those things. As I'm talking to you again, you can see the cream of personality that we have from our walks of life. It's just in honor of the outstanding contribution of this great man. It's a thing of joy. It's a great vacuum to us in the Ere community that we lost Kabiyesi when the service is even much needed. As I'm talking to you, most of our sons from all over the world they are all around in honor of this exit of an icon. He has done so much in area of community development. Kabiyesi has exhibited uncommon wisdom, a remarkable vision, and exemplary leadership, which shall forever be remembered. Once again, man's worth cannot be measured by its level of wealth accumulation, but by the legacy he left behind. Kabiyesi Oba Dr. Titus Taiwo Makanjuola JP had left an indelible print that forever be remembered for even generations born in this community. In fact, this is a celebration of life. You can see everywhere, every community are represented. Olori is also a very wonderful woman. Behind any successful man, there must be a woman. The woman has contributed majorly, as she has played a substantive role to the success that we are celebrating today about late Dr. Oba Titus Taiwo Makanjuola.
The Kabiyesi that I know is a very strict person, very straightforward, very strict person, very honest. He is always on the side of the truth and he stays by the truth. Whatever he sees to be the right thing to do, he doesn't waver. Whatever the pressure, whatever the opinion of other people, whatever he feels is the right thing. And we thank God for his life. We thank God because in spite of all the challenges that he faced in life, he was still able to maintain his position, maintain his principles, maintain his ideas. And one thing that is outstanding about the Kabiyesi is that in his time, he was able to organize the traditional hierarchical structure of Elere. He brought back tradition into the Elere community. He brought back the glory of the chieftaincy and traditional institutions in Elere land. That is quite commendable. You know, around this area, with the coming of Christianity, many people did not consider the chieftaincy institution as something that is very important anymore because of the coming of Western education. But the Elere did his best to reinstate and to bring back the traditional institutions in Elere land into their deserving positions. And in his time too, he was able to achieve the position, or he was able to arrange or rearrange the position of the heads of the various communities in Elere land, such that all the heads of the 8 communities that constitute Elere kingdom were reinstated into their normal pre-colonial traditional status, which they lost as a result of the reorganization of the traditional system of the kingdom by the colonialists. That he was able to achieve, such that all the heads of the 8 traditional the communities in Elere land are now obas. They were obas before the colonialists came, but because of the colonial administration, they were relegated to chiefs. But they are now back to their status. That is one of the greatest achievements of the late Oba, and for which the posterity will continue to remember him.
The late traditional ruler, who was blessed with 3 children and 5 grandchildren, left behind his twin sister, Chief Alice Kende Owa, the Yoruba of Elere Kingdom.
It's a painful demise. It's not what words can express. I'm still unable to go over his death because I was there even the last moment. But we are hoping that God will comfort us and we're able to live better than what Baba has done now. I remember him for everything. I remember him for everything. His discipline, his love, his support, his care. I will forever miss Kabiyesi and my mother-in-law, Olori.
Very exemplary life. As you can see by the evidence of the number of people that came and what they said, you can see he touched so many lives. I consider myself very fortunate to have had a father-in-law like that. To me, he took me as a son, not a son-in-law. And you know, he blessed me with his lovely daughter. So he will be sorely missed, and we know that he's with us, and his legacy will continue to live.
God was a caring father to me, but I miss him very much. We thank God, sir, for everything.
So long. Daddy was so wonderful. I can still remember when he comes to visit us in school with the lovely mangoes and visits. Yes. So Daddy was so wonderful, and Olori was like a mother to me. I became a sister, not a friend. From university, from 100 level to the last. Mommy was wonderful and Daddy was a wonderful person, and we just missed them. Sometimes when she called me, I was about to cry, but I just said they've lived a lovely life, and because they were so wonderful, thank you for their life, and I know that God will help them and the children will go greater and greater than that what Daddy has sowed, that they will reap out of it in Jesus' name.
Local government,
Oba Titus Taiwo Makanjuola's contributions to community development, according to testimonies of the people, will continue to stand as a good reference point.